telling you what the fuck's going to happen before it does it, how it should behave. Because it's very, very frustrating when I see emails from people saying, I lost money trying to learn from this person that's teaching your stuff. And then I watched your live streams and live sessions, and you're doing it right in front of us and explaining it. And it's so much more better. But what I can do is put a spotlight on you in social media and say, you're full of shit. It's not real. And you're either putting my name against something that I don't stand with, or you're pretending that you know something that I've only introduced. I've only introduced these concepts. So, and again, if this is the only fair value gap that exists below the halfway point of that drop lower, and it's the fact that we dropped straight from the opening, that's what told me that that gap is not something to go short on. You can see right away why there is a sense of authority when I'm talking and when I'm teaching and when I'm reviewing things that I have authored and I can talk about before it happens because I know I'm talking about, and it's my logic. Go for it, because you're going to get the metal behind your neck, and then I'm going to come over here and tell you it's going to go higher, and I get the cheese and I run away, and I run to the minor buy side in the direction of the halfway point of the opening range gap that need not be filled or delivered to, because you have an opportunity to take this trade to the first presented fair value gap. It's actually a low-hanging fruit objective because the draw would be high of day, opening price, buy side, lower quadrant of the opening range gap, mid gap. So consequent encroachment of the opening range gap. In my mind, that is my always first draw. The gap in here, this drop down into that fair value gap is also tapping into this gap, which is, if we're expecting it to go higher here, is this gap a sell? It's this value right here. That is this candlestick low. That's 339.25. So 19,339.25. You're trying to get at that price plus one tick. So that would be 19,339.50. I'm off by 1.5 handles with my fill. My actual fill was 342. So 342 minus 339.50. So the trade had $50, or not drawdown, the difference between the actual fill and my target. The trade itself had basically no drawdown. You're not to take the trades that I'm doing. Okay,